Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I am Liz Quinn, your lead Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you my weekly What I Have Been Warming video, and I've definitely got some more unusual hair things this week than normal. I've tried very hard to dig out certain bars that have not seen the light of day in a long time, so I hope that you enjoy it, and let's dive right on in. The very first bar that I want to talk to you about is one where we've sort of been doing it in weird places all over the house, and it didn't have a scheme for melting. At the moment, it's in my warmer behind me, and I think I may have done it in a bedroom over the last week, and that is a peeling apple. This is a really beautiful scent that I forget to talk to you guys about. It is an apple scent for summer with a little bit of floral, some sweet pea, a little bit of an orchardy background. It's really, really gorgeous, and I think a couple weeks ago I tried to mix some of this in Warmer with Orchard by the Sea. I didn't end up really liking it that much because it just killed the sweetness of this apple and just, I don't know, didn't do anything for the mix. But by itself, using up the rest of this morning in here is just absolutely beautiful. This is a great scent for going into July, August, and September, and it will be probably not continuing on into the fall-winter catalog. I'd be shocked if it did. So I wanted to draw your attention to it now that we're getting into almost July, and then August will be here before we know it, and this will probably be gone. Try a peeling apple if you like Johnny Appleseed, but that gets a little bit heavy for you. So gorgeous. And this is one that had been a scent of the month, and they brought it back this current spring-summer catalog season. So you might want to club this or stock up, because bars like that don't always stay for the long haul, and it's such a good one. I'm so glad that they at least gave it to us for one more spring-summer season. Now, the next thing that's on my table here is a trio of bars that I am currently melting. And the other reason I wanted to talk to you about this is that the Epcot collection, which this bar of this trio is coming from, that will be gone on the 5th of July. So Soft Plumeria is hands down my favorite of all the Epcot bars that we have had. It is so beautiful. It's a creamy, lush, tropical scent with just a hint of teakwood in the background. So I take this and put it in several warmers in my house, and then in alternating warmers. I am not saying to mix these in the same warmer. I use white, amber, and teak, which is current catalog, which I love. If this goes away for the fall, I'm absolutely clubbing it. This is my favorite masculine scent that we currently produce. It is so good. It is warm, it is woody, it's slightly cologne-y, but in a warm way. My husband loves this. He came in today and said, "Ooh, I really like what you're melting." I said, "Well, let me go get it. I'm sure you won't be shocked." And it was a combination of these two things in most of the rooms, just alternate warmers, pretty much the same amount, like a couple warmers in here. One has the plumeria, the other has the teakwood, and do that all the way through the house because these are both assertive and they balance each other beautifully. That was so good. And then in the back room, I dug out my one bar of my Only Sunshine, which is another really lovely floral scent. This has tuberose, and it's so happy. I didn't club this a couple years ago because I don't go through much of it, but when this one bar, which I've been holding on to for a while from the last BB&B it was in, is gone, I will miss it. There is a sweetness and a lightness to this scent that is just delightful, and it did go very well with the plumeria. So that is what's going right now, other than my one warmer where I'm using up the last couple cubes of a peeling apple, so I could talk to you guys about it and kind of highlight the bar. Another day, I was craving berry and bakery, which July and August, I tend to get that craving more than any other time of the year. So this trio, oats and honey, which I do not have very many clams left of. I had to do a club edit, and this did make, it had to leave. It didn't make the cut. Oh, but it's so nice. I think I have 2 or 3 full clams of this. I used up a half a clam, just kind of dotted some warmers with this throughout the house, and then I threw in a full bar in all different warmers of raspberry hibiscus tea, which is current. This is so nice with a bakery bar. You could use churro churro. You could use maybe even cinnamon vanilla. Such a good scent. This is a really nice raspberry, slightly sweet, tart, hibiscusy, and I feel like citrusy berry scent with tea. So good. This has gone up and up and up in my estimation as I've melted it over the summer. It's a new release. Really, really nice one, and that goes well with the bakery. And then, of course, anytime I'm doing berry and bakery, I need some buckleberry, which is in my club. This one's a little bit more fall. It's got a little tiny bit of coffee cake and spices with heavy, deep, dark mulberries. It's so good. I don't even know what's actually in the description, but it feels like blackberry, mulberry, and almost a cranberry to me. It's probably not what's in there. Like they've got strawberries and some other fruity thing that I can't tell what it is on the cover. But that particular berry scent, Buckleberry, is my favorite berry scent Scentsy's ever made because it is so assertive, it's so tart, and it just, I don't know, gives me a fix. It's so good. All right, the next grouping, I tried this because I have one, like half a bar of root beer float, which is nice. This was from Bring Back My Bar a couple years ago. I only have like this one clam left, I think, or maybe one more in the basement. I keep saying I'm going to try it, and then I don't do it. So I had this, and I put this in several warmers that's quite strong, and I mixed it in some of the warmers with Simply Vanilla and some vanilla bean buttercream. I think I lost my clam of Simply Vanilla, but I was mixing it with different things in the house to see what I liked better. And that was really nice, but in the back room, I used up a whole clam of butter pecan to kind of balance out the root beer quality, because I don't mind my house smelling like root beer, but I don't want it to be completely overtaken with that. So I wanted to richen it up with more bakery with the butter pecan, and that was good. That was nice. So then the next day, I was definitely having a very strong craving for something very sweet. So I went for Peachy and Palm Trees, where I have 2 or 3 clams of this left. This was a summer collection, I think maybe last year or the year before. It's a super sweet peach tropical scent with some coconut milk. It's a lot, and I'm glad I have a couple clams left because it's like one time a year and I'm good. And then I balanced that out with a bunch of pink rhubarb sugar in the rest of the house. This is current catalog, and between the two, this is the better bar for the long haul, but they both gave me that super sweet saccharin fruity this punch that I wanted. But this one I like better and better, kind of like the raspberry hibiscus tea over time. This is sweet, it is tart, has a little bit of lemon sugar along with the rhubarb and the raspberry, and it's very good. So that was nice. Another day, and this is another one of those, like, I do this at the peak of summer every year, and it's so good. I got into my rainbow sherbet, which is a bar I don't do a lot of, but wow, is it good when I use it. It's so strong. This is an excellent bar. Incredibly good performer. It gives you key lime and really, really gorgeous sweet tart sorbet all over the house. Very bright and juicy. And then to tone it down just a little bit, a lot of cocoa lime and alternate warmers, and even a couple where I mixed the two directly. Fantastic. And you guys know how I feel about cocoa lime. It's one of my all-time favorite bars. So good. And then in the back room, I used current summer collection, the Sunshine State of Mind, pineapple dragon fruit. Those 3 went together beautifully, and you can get all 3 of these right now. So if you had a large house and you wanted to kind of do one room of each, and then maybe a room where you mixed your cocoa lime and your rainbow sherbet directly in warmer, you would just feel like you had the most wonderful summertime party going on in your house. This is a good performing, very, very nice trio. I enjoyed it very much. So then another day, I was really feeling the fruity this last week. I did a couple of the orange scents that we have right now. Tangerine Creamsicle, which is a summer classic. I should talk about it more. I'm just kind of getting to the point now where in July and August, I'm ready to melt this. This has creamy mango and tangerine and ice cream. It is so good. Really, really nice bar. And I did that in alternate warmers or even some direct mixing with tangerine and sugarcane. And it was great. This is current summer collection. Again, this one, I'm liking more and more the longer that I'm melting it because it's mellow citrus. Because I don't like super, super sharp citrus most of the time. And certain citrusy smells I like better than others. This one's definitely up my alley, and I may even club that. I'm thinking about it. It's so good. All right, on Sunday, this might be the combo of the week for just how I was feeling. These 3, oh, it was so tropical and wonderful. Coconuts for coconuts. This is strong. This is clean. This is coconutty, but with tiare flower, so it's a little bit floral. Very good performer and excellent in the house for like 2 days. Oh, it was so good, you guys. So I know this is strong, so I only used a couple warmers with coconuts for coconuts, and then I loaded up the warmers with the more subtle Pina Colada Cha-Cha. Now, this bar, I have not fallen in love with this bar until this particular spring-summer season. I must just have better bars that have cured. I can smell this one this time. I love Pina Colada, but for years, I could not smell this in my house, and it was such a disappointment because I love Pina Colada. But these last couple times I've been using these bars, and these are bars that have been sitting for like 2 years. I have been in love. So I'm going to order some more, and I sincerely hope that the ones that we are getting that are fresh will have the same strength, which is like medium. It's not powerhouse, but I could smell it. And it was the beautiful, creamy coconut pineapple thing that makes a coconut pina colada type smell so addictive. It was perfect. It was so good. It was great with coconuts for coconuts. And then in the back room, I did a little bit of palm trees and ocean breeze because I just realized, I caught that one, can you believe it? That I am not using enough of this bar, and it's so nice. So this is slightly more tropical waters, but it went really well with the coconuts for coconuts, and all three of them seamlessly blended together in the house, and it was beautiful. So this is another one. You can get all three of these right now. They're really good together. So then one where you can't get 2 out of the 3. I did the absolutely take me to the beach kind of a trio. Ocean air and coconut water, which is current. This is light, but it's lovely. It's the other one in the summer collection, and this has already gone in my club. It's fantastic. And then the one that's slightly better, but you can't get it because they retired it after Mother's Day collection was gone, is Blue Coconut Beach. I hope we see this one back in the spring-summer catalog next year. I have this in my probationary club, but it'll move when I'm ready to combine clubs in August. This is so good, you guys. This is beautiful, and it's got more creamy coconut and vanilla than the ocean air and coconut water, so it's a little bit more assertive in the room. Neither of them are powerhouses, but so good. And then if it couldn't get any better, I added Atlantic air, and you guys know I love this. So it was the best light, lovely, luscious tropical air and coconutty day in my house. Oh, it's so good. So that made me a very happy girl. And then what was I doing in other places? I had, excuse me, ooh, I have a couple clams of a problem child. Violet spun, oh, this is going to be one of those days. Violet spun sugar, and I just do not get along. And I don't really like my wish. So someone told me to put these together, and it made a good mix. I have this going in my basement currently. Yes, it helped. I will absolutely admit that, but I still get a lot of the biting quality from the Violet spun sugar that I just do not like. But I will be happier mixing these and using them than I am with either one on its own. So thank you, whoever suggested that. Then another thing that I did in the basement as a direct mix in the warmer, this was better than the one I just shared, but I was hoping it would be better than what I got out of it. I thought if you put Happy Birthday and Sugared Strawberry together, I would get a fantastic strawberry shortcake smell. Unfortunately, I got kind of 3/4 of the way there, but there was just something about these two together where it was nice. It was almost too sweet and fluffy, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend these. I'm going to keep looking to make strawberry shortcake. I'm not sure what I need to mix with sugared strawberry to get just the right thing. And then the one in the basement that was a Rockstar combination. This is something that my friend Brandy has said I shared with her or with people in general probably last Christmas season. I would have been talking about both of these bars, but I do have to clarify what I actually said. Saint Nickerdoodle is amazing mixed with apple butter frosting. Yes, absolutely. But I never put them in the same warmer. I did like an alternate warmer mix. But Brandy said, I told you guys to put these together, so I had to go try what allegedly I said I did. This is amazing. So I'm so glad that Brandy took it one step farther than I actually did. This was incredible. They're both in my club. They're never coming out. Absolutely mix these two, either alternate warmers or even better, probably do them in the same warmer. You cannot get a better apple bakery smell ever in your life. This is incredible. So thank you, Brandy, for making me go try what I thought was, it was mine, but not exactly. I tried your furthering of the idea, and it was pitch perfect. Thank you very much. And then last but not least, I have just a few things here that we've been doing in bedrooms. I did a couple cubes of the spun sugar and vanilla from the Mix It collection. I'm really sad I can't get more of this. Way back in the day when they had this available, the Mix It collection was before I was a consultant, so I was a lot more conservative in what I bought and when. I wish I had tried this when I could have clubbed it, because it is the best, really nice sugary with almost a burnt caramel edge in the most gorgeous way you could possibly have, and I would love more. If this ever comes back for Bring Back My Bar, you guys, it may not look like much. It's phenomenal. We need to get this back. It's so good. So I was using that in my bedroom, just a couple of judicious cubes, enjoying that for 2 days. I used a little bit more of good old Love and Kisses Mini, which was current Bring Back My Bar for June. I got a 6-pack. I don't think I need to club this. I may have put it in the probationary club just to think about it, but I don't think I'm going to keep it there for forever. But I loved this so much more than I thought I would. And 3 or 4 cubes in my bedroom last 2 or 3 days, so I got a 6-pack. I'm good, but it's very nice. It's got like a creamy peach, vanilla, and berry smell. And then I think I was doing Star Apple and Freesia in somebody's bedroom, but I don't remember which. This is another bar. If you haven't tried this yet, kind of like the Appealing Apple, this is a really good late summer bar. Please try this. So beautiful. This was the most popular one from our Island Days collection last August, and it's just a light, fruity, tropical drink kind of a smell. Rather floral. Very pretty. Very, very nice performer. Then I definitely was doing some Lake My Day, probably the same day that I had Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze and some of those fresh scents out. Oh, this was good in the bedroom. This is such a light, warm, watery cologne. It's gorgeous. If you live on a lake, this is something that would be perfect for your boathouse. It would be perfect for like a big open space that has a nautical theme, and it's just lighter than most cologne scents. So I find it more user-friendly, and I've been very, very happy with this spring, summer season. And then bringing up the rear, my last 3 cubes, I think, in my whole collection of Honeymoon Hideaway, which in its day was the most gorgeous bedroom scent. I've held on to this for so long that you can barely smell that lush coconut palm and kiwi thing. I can sort of smell it in my room a little bit. This is a bar that everybody loves, but we don't love the performance. So that is one of the reasons that it gets voted back occasionally and Bring Back My Bar, but doesn't really seem to stick around for anything because it's so darn light. So that's everything I've been getting through in the last week. I hope that you guys are doing well. And if anybody has any input on SFR that they want to put down here or anything, that's going to be coming toward the end of July. I'm not going. I am signed up to do it virtually. That is always a really big deal for consultants. And then if you guys want to get on the Facebook groups, that'll be coming in a couple weeks. You can get in there and learn more if you can't go. The information kind of trickles down over time. And I don't believe as a virtual attendee that I even get a catalog. I called and asked. And that makes me a little bit sad because the big news always is what's coming back fall winter. But as soon as I can get my hands on a sneak peek of that catalog, you guys, which might not be till August 1st, but if I can get it from anybody any earlier, I promise, I will be on telling you about things that are coming soon. Because usually by July 1st, we get to see things for fall, but they pushed it all back to August 1st being sneak peeks and August being our sale wrap up end of the season month. And then September 1st this year, the whole fall winter shebang launches. So I am as impatient as anybody else, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.